Good morning, everyone. Trust we are doing good. You're welcome to another webinar that we'll be having today, and happy Eid to all Muslims that are on the call. I'm glad everybody could join me today on the call. I'm so glad about that, and it's actually showing me that a lot of people are committed to improving their trading skills, to gaining more knowledge about the financial market. So here's the quick drill. Let's do it again. If you can hear me properly, please do drop something in the chat box. Drop a hi, drop a hello, drop a yes, drop a no. If you could hear me in the chat box, please do drop a message or an emoji in the chat box. Thank you. So I will just drop a message so we can all find the chat box if you can hear me. Okay, so I sent in an hi. If you can hear me, let's reply to it. So I'll be running questions. You can ask the questions in the question section, and you can respond to the polls in the poll section. Okay, so let me just share my screen real quick, and I can see the numbers on the webinar are not really as much as it's used to be. I believe that's because of the whole festive season ongoing. But yeah, back to what we'll be discussing today. Let's start with the products that we at EGM offer. Okay, so at EGM we are a financial markets broker where we give our clients access to trade the financial markets. Let's just put it this way: access to make more money in the financial markets, and it's very amazing knowing that our clients can actually make a lot of money from the financial markets through the products that we offer. And what are the products that we offer? We offer access to the financial markets, and also to those that don't know how to trade, we actually have a product that works for them. So when we're talking about access to the financial markets, the two products that we have is the cloud trade and the MT4. So the cloud trade is a product where you could access the financial market in your local currency, that's in naira. And the MT4 platform is a platform where we give access to our clients to the financial markets in dollars. Okay, they access the financial markets in dollars. And the last product that we offer is the copy trade platform, where if you don't know how to trade, or you're very busy, or you've got a lot of things to do and you don't have time, you work 9 to 5 and the likes, the copy trade platform is actually a platform where you could actually copy other professional traders. We give you access to professional traders where you can copy their trades, and when you copy their trades, it's actually very automatic. Okay, the process is automatic. You don't need to click on any few buttons or nothing. After you just see the trader, you place your settings on that trader. The rest is seamless. The process is seamless. It's automated to the core. Okay, so yes, let's dive right into what we have today. We're going to be talking about how to find and trade forex trends. Okay, how to find and trade forex trends. But before we jump into it, if you were on the last webinar that we had, or if this is your first time joining this webinar, drop a yes on the chat box. If this is your first time joining webinars that we hold at Eagle Global Market, drop something in the chat box, drop a yes in the chat box. And if this is not your first time, just drop a note in the chat box. Okay, and also, can anybody at all remind me of the last webinar that we had? What did we discuss on the last webinar that we had? Anybody at all? Anybody at all? Can anybody remind me of what we discussed on the last webinar that we had? Anyone at all? Wow. Okay. It seems everybody forgot the topic we discussed in the last webinar. Okay, so let's just, the last topic we discussed on the previous webinar was how to create a winning trading journal. Okay, how to create a winning trading journal. How to create a winning trading journal. I talked about the methods in which, when you journal your trades, you could actually measure on the max potential the financial market has to offer. We talked about all of these things, and the process was actually fun. We also analyzed the financial markets and look towards placing few trades on the financial markets. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me just call out a few persons on the call. Fine, how are you doing today? How are you doing? Hope you're doing good. It's actually it's actually a work break today. but I'm glad you were able to join me. How are you doing today, Ifan? Yeah, great, great. I can see the energies all popped up and you're typing in caps. That's great. Izzy, how are you doing today? Also, Izzy, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. How's the business going? How's things going for you? And also, Emmanuel, good morning. Hope you're doing good. I think this is the first time I'm seeing you on my session. Actually, there's a lot of people that join the sessions. I can't really keep track of everybody on the session. Good morning, Opemiko. Thanks for joining us. Wow, Opemiko, good morning. Thanks for joining us. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing this morning? Just waiting for a few responses in the chat box, then we proceed. Opemiko, hope you're good. Emmanuel, hope you're doing great. Okay, so let's dive right into what we have today. What we have today is how to find and trade Forex trends. Okay, how to find and trade Forex trends. How to find and trade Forex trends. Okay, that's what we have today, and we have an outline we'll be following, and this is the outline right here. Okay, all about Forex trends. We'll give you detail all about the Forex trends. What is a Forex trend? Types of trends, components of the trends, trading with the trend, and a conclusion on everything we'll be discussing. So all I want you to do is to look for somewhere siren, sit down there and take a piece of paper and a pen, take notes, okay? Because the only way you would better yourself when trading the financial markets is if you take notes that you could revert back to anytime you hop on the charts, okay? And I believe you would take notes and it will help you skill up your trading progress faster, okay? Faster and bigger and better. Great, great. It's a pleasure having you, Easy. It's a pleasure having you. Kelvin, good morning. Good morning. So we're about to dive right into the context of today's class. And we said we'll be talking about Forex trends. How to find and trade Forex trends. Okay. We said we'll talk about everything that concerns a Forex trend. What is a Forex trend? Type of trend, components of a trend, trading with the trend, then a conclusion on everything we'll be discussing. So can anybody at all give me their own thoughts? Okay, I always like to throw questions at my audience, at my clients that are on the webinar, because it helps me understand how well they understand the concept we are talking about. Have they done their research before coming to the class, or they're just expecting to learn everything in the class? So can anybody at all tell me what you think or what you believe a Forex trend is? Okay, so what is a Forex trend? It's an open question. Nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong. On my webinars, nobody's wrong. So just feel free to share your mind in the chat box and let's write on along with it. Okay, so I'm waiting for responses in the chat box. What do you think a Forex trend is, or what is a Forex trend? Okay, trends are the direction the market is heading. It could be bullish, bearish, or ranging. Brilliant. I love that, Kelvin. I really, really love that. I really, really love the way you put it. And it's quite amazing to see somebody actually is able to give us their own thoughts on what they believe a trend is. And I really, really love that. Okay, so um, anybody else wants to give their own thoughts? Anybody else wants to give their own thoughts? I'd love to get more thoughts. Okay, like I said, nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong on my webinars. Okay, I'm still waiting for response. I can see someone is typing in the chat box. Okay. I think that's taking too much time, so let's just dive right into it. So the big question is, what is a Forex trend? So let me pick it this way. There are many approaches to the financial market or when trading Forex. Okay, you can look at different patterns every trader uses, and you might get confused. But the major thing is understanding the basics, which starts from understanding the trend. Okay, the basic trend analysis and how you approach a basic trend analysis. So, what is a forex trend? I'm trying to put it in a very simple manner. Okay, Emmanuel said it is the direction of the market, either bullish, bearish. Okay, yeah, I understand. Trend proposed this the fluctuation on the forex market. I'll take that also. Okay, everybody give their own thoughts on the financial market when it comes to trend. But what really is a trend? Okay, a trend is price behavior. Let's just put it that way. Very simple. A trend is a price behavior which involves the overall price direction, whether there's an increase or decrease in price. Okay, when we talk about price direction increase, it means price is bullish, price is trading to the upside. And when we talk about price direction decrease, it means price is bearish and it's trading to the downside. Do we all understand? Do we all understand? If we don't understand, drop a yes in the chat box, and if we don't, let's drop a no in the chat box. Okay, I'd love that. I'd love to get a response or follow up. Silas, thank you for joining us. Brilliant. Now, when we say a trend is price behavior, which involves the overall price direction, possibly price is increasing in value or decreasing in value, what I am generally saying is a trend is the direction of price, either price being bullish, trading higher, creating a series of higher highs and higher lows, or price is bearish, creating a series of lower highs and lower lows. That's all I'm saying. Now, I like to use life examples when giving when trying to explain further to my audience, and let's do that. Let's just do that. Okay, let me get a whiteboard popped up on the charts and we dig into it. Okay, I'm trying to get a whiteboard popped up on my chart so we can dig into it big time. Okay, I'm trying to get a whiteboard in a few minutes. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's use this. Great, got the whiteboard already. Okay. And let's just pop up the whiteboard on the screen. Okay, let's pop up the whiteboard on the screen. Now, if you've been consistent on my webinars, you would understand that I so much love cars. Okay, I so much love cars. Like, I love cars a lot. So I always use a car in my example. Okay, so let's dive right into it. Okay, now when we say that a trend is the direction of price, okay, if a car is moving this way, I'm not much of a very good artist, but let's just say this is a car and it's moving this way. This is a car and it's moving this way. We say the car is moving up, right? It's moving up, and we say this car is moving down. This is ascending and this is descending, right? Do we all agree that this right here is ascending and this right here is descending? Do we all agree to that? Yes or no? Do we all agree that the one on the left hand side is ascending, the one on the right hand side is descending? Yes or no? Do we all agree to that? Do we all agree to that? Great. Now that we understand the one on the left is ascending and the one on the right is descending, let's relate it to the financial market real quick. Now, in the financial markets, price, let's take for instance, price is the car. Okay, the car is price. Okay, now the car is price. We understand that the car is going up. Okay, but in the financial markets, price can't just go up this way. It needs to move up in a certain pattern. Okay, and this is the pattern price moves if we say we are in an uptrend. Okay, price has to create a series of higher highs and higher lows, or swing highs and swing lows. Let's just put it that way. Higher highs and higher lows, or swing points. Okay, this is how price moves. when we are in an uptrend. And when we are in a downtrend, we say price is decreasing. When we are in an uptrend, we say price is increasing. This is how price moves. Price moves this way to the downside. Okay, this is how price moves. Let's just stay on this note. So this is an uptrend, and we say price creates series of higher highs. Let me point out the higher highs. Higher highs, higher lows. Okay, every single time price creates series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher lows. Okay, higher highs, higher low. Okay, now in a downtrend, you say price creates lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs. That's what price creates when we're in a downtrend, and that is just what a trend is. Trend is just, we're talking about the direction of price. Okay, price model, price formation, how price is delivered to the upside, how price is delivered to the downside. That is all we're talking about when it comes to trend direction or direction of price. That's what we're talking about when it comes to trend in the financial markets. Are we all following? Do we understand? Now, this is just a car going up. A car goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down till it reaches the highest point or a higher point. And this is a car coming down, moving the normal way a car would move if there is contours on the road. But I hope everybody understands or gets the picture of what I'm trying to say, right? Now that we understand what a trend is properly, that we say it's the direction of price, the point where price is heading to, we've just been able to deduce the concept behind price itself and trends relating to price, or price relating to trends. Now, when we talk about type of trends, okay, type of trends, let me type something out. We have three major types of trend. Okay, well, people say there's more to trends. I've read in books, also I've seen on the charts, but I'll just stick with the three major types. Okay, we have the uptrend, we have the downtrend, and we have the ranging or consolidation. Okay, we have the ranging or consolidation. Oh, sorry about that. Let me just get it typed out properly. I'll share my screen soon. You see it typed out properly. Uptrend, downtrend, and ranging or consolidation. Okay, that's the three major types of trend that we have. We have the uptrend, downtrend, ranging, or consolidation. Oh, you can see my screen. Great. Oh, okay. Let me just share where it's written down. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Great. Can you see my whiteboard now? Can you see my whiteboard? Can you see my whiteboard? If you can see my whiteboard, please let me know. Can you see a whiteboard on the screen? If you can see my whiteboard, let me know. Okay, great, great. Now let me type it in. We said we have three types of trend: uptrend, downtrend, ranging, or consolidation. We have three types of trend: uptrend, downtrend, ranging, or consolidation. You found where I wrote it previously. Let's just delete this and let's just use this. Now, when we're talking about an uptrend, okay, these are the three types of trend that we had, and let's dive right into it. Okay, let's dive right into the stereotypes of trend although I've discussed it previously when I was explaining what a trend is, but let's dive right into it. Now, let's deal with an uptrend. Okay, we said an uptrend is price moving to the upside. Okay, price just trading higher, creating higher points than the previous points it's trading in. Okay, let's just conclude this there. Now, when we say price is in an uptrend, it's trading higher. That's the meaning. And we have components. Okay, we have components of an uptrend. I'll be putting the components together so we can all understand. Now, we said price is moving in an uptrend, it's trading higher. And for price to trade higher, it needs to have components in it. What are the components? The components are very simple. We used to have the components. The components are higher high, then a higher low. Okay, higher high and higher low. A higher high and a higher low. Okay, that's what we have in an uptrend. Series of higher highs and series of higher lows. Okay, so those are what we have in a uptrend, the components of an uptrend. Okay, those are the major components of an uptrend: higher highs and higher lows. Okay, that's what is majorly in an uptrend. Now that we understand this is what is in an uptrend, let's look at the downtrend. The downtrend, we have price going to the downside in this type of formation. Price goes to the downside in this type of way. Okay, and in the downtrend, we have price creating lower lows and lower highs. Lower lows or lower low and lower high. Okay, lower low and lower high. That's what price creates. Lower low and lower high. That's what price creates every time it's in a downtrend. Lower low and lower high. Okay, that's what we have price creates every single time it moves in a downtrend. Do we all understand? Do we all understand? If we understand, please drop something in the chat box. I'd like to get a response. Do we all understand? Great. Now let's go to the last one, which is the ranging, the ranging or consolidation. I'll try to squeeze it in somewhere around here. Okay. Now, when we say price move or is moving in the range or is consolidating, what we are saying is price is creating series of highs and lows. Okay, series of highs and lows. It's never greater than, it's never less than the previous price action created. Say price is creating series of highs and lows, and series of highs and lows, what we have in series of highs and lows are just highs and lows. Okay, so this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, this is a high. This is a low, this is a high. So in a ranging market or a consolidating market or a consolidating trend, we have just highs and lows. Okay, highs and lows, as you can see right here. Now that is just the component of price itself in a trend. Okay, it's either creates higher highs and higher lows in an uptrend. In a downtrend, it creates lower highs and lower lows. In a range or consolidation, we have just highs and lows. Now, there's one more component I want us to talk about. This component is the component of price itself. Okay, price itself. Now, price moves in two ways. Okay, price moves in two ways. we either have price moving impulsively or correctively. So in a trend, we have trend impulse and trend correction. Okay, so let's take for instance, we are in an uptrend. Let's use this. Let's use this. So let's just write let's write that as a text. Let's go uptrend. Trend. Okay, let's deal with the uptrend first. In an uptrend, we have the component of price, which is this. Price will move this way. And we said when price moves this way, it creates higher highs and higher lows. Okay, but there's one more component I want us to talk about, which is this piece of price action and this piece of price action. This piece of price action is called an impulse. Okay, this is called the trend impulse, and this piece of price action right here is called the trend correction. Now, what is a trend impulse and what is a trend correction? A trend impulse is the fast movement in price in alignment to the direction price is heading to. Okay, a trend impulse is the fast movement in price towards the direction price is heading to. You can see that every single time price moved fast, it was going to the upside. Okay, so this is a trend impulse, this is a trend impulse, this is a trend impulse, this is a trend impulse. When we talk about trend correction, this is the slow movement in price against the direction price is heading to. Do we all understand? The slow movement in price against the direction price is heading to. Look at this right here. This is a slow movement in price. It was against the uptrend. Look at this right here. This is a slow movement in price, and it was against the direction. This is a slow movement in price, and it was against price direction. Do we all understand? Are we all following? If we do understand, drop something in the chat box. I'd like to know you're following. I'd like to know you're following. I'd like to know you understand. Drop something in the chat box. Drop a yes. Drop your favorite emoji in the chat box. So let's go to the downtrend now. I'll just edit this to down, and I'll just flip my charts the other way so we don't start drawing again from the top. Okay, so this is a downtrend. Now look at a downtrend. In a downtrend also we have trend impulse and trend correction. In a downtrend, trend impulse is just that major movement in the direction of price, that's to the downside. This is it right here. And look at this right here. This is a trade or a movement of price against the direction of price. So whatever we have for okay, I'm very, very sorry about that. Okay, where do you want me to come back where do you want me to explain from, to start explaining from? Please do drop it in the chat box so I can go back a bit and explain so you understand. Now, when we talk about trend correction in a downtrend, it just means price is moving against the direction of the downtrend. Okay, so what we have as trend impulse for an uptrend is the same for a downtrend, just that price is moving down this time. Okay, what we have for trend correction in an uptrend is just the opposite for trend correction in a downtrend, because price is moving down up this time. Let's take it from trend impulse. Okay, let me type it out. Trend impulse. This is the movement. Okay, this is the massive movement of price in the direction of price. Sorry, this is the massive movement of price in the direction of the trend. Okay, that's trend impulse. Now, when we talk about trend correction, this is the slow of price against the direction of price. Okay, this is the slow movement of price against the direction of the trend. Sorry, of the trend. Now, is it? Do you understand now? From this, do you understand? Drop something in the chat box if you do understand. Okay, drop something in the chat box if you do understand. Is it? Do you understand now? Great. So I can move ahead, right? Now that we understand what is a forex trend, types of trend, components of a trend, now we have to go to trading with the trend. Now, trading with the trend is very simple. Okay, how to trade with the trend? It's one of the simplest thing in the world, but most people still don't seem to understand it. Okay, most people don't understand it. They just know the trend is your friend. You have to buy when price is buying, you have to sell when price is selling, but there is a lot of components to that. Okay, and I would show you this on a real chart. Okay, on a real chart. So let's delete all of this. Let's look at a real chart. Okay, now let's just do this. Let's do this. Every single thing I've explained, I'll show you on a real chart right now. Okay, on the real chart right now. Now, looking at this closely, I so much want to zoom in my charts. Okay, let's see if I could go to the 4-hour time frame. Let's just see this piece on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so let's look at this right here. Let's start with the uptrend. Don't ignore everything you see. Yeah, ignore everything you see. Yeah, okay, just ignore everything you see in that blue box. Okay, let's deal with what is on this part of the chart right here. Now, we said in an uptrend, okay, we have price moving higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is literally an equal high right here. Okay, so let's take it from the top right here. So this is a higher high, a higher low. This is the same, so we can still say this is a higher low. Okay, so we can say this is a higher low. We consider the two of them together. This is a higher high right here, and this is a higher low. This is a higher high. This is a higher low. This is a higher high, and this is a higher low. Do we all understand now? Can we now see it clearly on the chart? Do we all understand? Can we see how price moves in an uptrend on a chart? You see how easy it is. Now, look at this other component of the chart. We said this is an impulse, trend impulse. This is a trend correction. Do you see? This was very, very fast and massive. This was very slow and not massive at all. It was just slow and it traded against the direction of the trend. So this is a trend impulse, trend correction. See, trend impulse right here again, trend correction right here again, trend impulse right here again, trend correction right here again, trend impulse, trend correction. Do you see how everything aligns together, how it adds up? Can you now see it better? Great. So let's just take all of that we've drawn on the chart out and we can all see it clearly now. Okay, so let's look at this one right here. Okay, let's deal with this one in this box right here. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at this right here. This is a what? This is a lower low right here. This is a lower high. Lower low, lower high. I can consider this as lower high because they are equal. Okay, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Then we have a lower low right here before price changed direction. Okay, can we all see how price traded lower? Yeah, how price was in the downtrend right there. Can we all see it? Can you see that every single time every component was available or played out? See it right here. Impulse, trend correction, trend impulse, trend correction, trend impulse, trend correction, trend impulse, trend correction, trend impulse, Then we had that major break in structure and reversal right there. Can we all see it clearly now? Do we all see it? Yes or no? I'd love to get a response in the chat box. Okay, great. Now, how do we trade the trend? That's the big question. Now, there's a lot of components that falls in trading the trend. Okay, there's a lot of components that you need to understand before you can be able to trade the trend. You need to understand price action. Okay, price and its actions. You need to understand price and its action. It's very, very important or crucial you understand price and its actions. Okay, because that is what price is built upon. Now, let's look at this right here. This piece of price action on gold right here. Okay, so this is a what? A lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low right here, then a lower high. What is this telling you? Is this telling you that price is in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Let's look at it. Is price in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Is price in an uptrend or in a downtrend? Anybody at all? Anybody at all? Okay, I'd love to get more response though. I don't want to dwell on a single person thoughts. Okay. Anybody else? Do we still all think it's a downtrend? Okay, great. It's a downtrend. Okay, you're correct. You're very, very much correct, Emmanuel. You're correct. It's a downtrend. Now that we understand prices in the downtrend, we can't just say price is in a downtrend, but we need to see price being in a downtrend. That is when we start utilizing our tools. What type of tools? We start utilizing the trend line. Okay, so let's see, does the trend line accept or agrees to the fact that price is in the downtrend? Okay, so what do we have? Yes, the trend line does agree to the fact that price is in the downtrend. So we are not trading the trend line. We are only using the trend line to deduce trading decisions. Okay, we don't trade the trend line. We just use the trend line to as confluence, to add up confluence to the charts. Okay, so what this literally tells us is price came into this right here, came into this area of what? Supply. Price came into this area of supply. We reacted off it and we are coming down. So this will be our target. If we're coming down, this will be our target right here. So now that I know that the trend is a downtrend and I've been able to utilize supply and demand, trend lines, and the concept of liquidity, I can now say I can go to the 4-hour time frame to deduce more factors. Okay, more factors on why I should be selling. So now look at this on the 4-hour time frame. This is an uptrend. Okay, this is an uptrend. Every single time we had impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. But looking at the last impulse that we had a break in market structure right here. Break of market structure right here. So we had a break of market structure right here. We tested back into it and we are expected to what? Trade lower. This is just more confluence. This is more reason why you should be selling or looking for selling opportunities on gold. Okay, because it's gold we are analyzing. Now that we figured out that, okay, gold is in a downtrend, we are looking for selling opportunities, we'll be able to attract other factors of trading into the concept of what we are discussing. What we now do is just wait and see more reason to buy. So what are the other reasons I use? I add my moving averages to the chart. Now my moving averages have crossed to the downside. I can blindly take a sell on here like this. Okay, let me share my cloud trade so I can take a sell so everybody can see I took a sell. Let me just share my cloud trade and okay, where's it? Right here. Okay, great. Now you can see this is it right here. This is my cloud trade. So I can now say I'll be taking a sell. But before that, I want to check the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, I see more reasons to go short, like sell gold. So I can look for gold right here. Gold is here, so I can trade gold, trade, then just use a 50 minimum and sell. So I just wait for, then I look to set my stop loss and my take profits, which I will determine by looking at the charts properly. But just for the sake of the webinar, let's know we all placed a sell trade and we are expecting it to go into profit anytime soon. So with that factor that we've discussed, we actually see a reason to go short on gold, okay, to sell gold, because gold is in a downtrend. The trend line gives us an idea or reason why we should go for a sell. Also, the supply area right there gives us reason to go for a sell. And that's just it. The moving averages also confirmed it that we should go for a sell. So these are actually reasons we are looking to sell gold. Now, let's check another financial instrument. Let's check AUD-USD. Let's check AUD-USD. Okay, AUD-USD, let's go back to the daily time frame and see where price is, or what direction price is in. Now, we can see price is in an uptrend, but I really don't like the picture of this uptrend. So I can go down to the 4 hour time frame. I think the 4 hour time frame will be more comfortable for me to check. Okay, so let's deal with this piece of price action here. Okay, so AUD-USD is in an uptrend until this area right here. So let's see. Impulse, correction, impulse, correction, impulse. Now, looking at this, is a piece of structure right here, and what happened? We broke that piece of structure and we are trading lower. We retested it and we're trading lower. What's this telling me? This is telling me that AUD has changed from a major uptrend to a downtrend on the 4 hour time frame. So I'm actually taking this bias off the 4 hour time frame. So what do I want to do? I want to look for reasons to sell, but I can't just sell AUD-USD now. Why? Because of, if I use the trend line as a tool to get more confluence, let's look at this right here. I need to see price retest the trend line right here before going down. So this will actually give us a head and shoulders pattern before going down. So that's my thoughts on AUD-USD. The trend line has broke, which tells me price is bearish. Moving averages have crossed to the downside. It tells me price is bearish. So I'm waiting for a retest to the trend line to confirm that it is fully bearish before I go short on the trade. So that's how I actually align trends and other tools to actually trade the financial markets. Do we all understand? Do we all understand? Okay, great. Okay, so that the thumbs up shows everybody understands, and let's dive right into the conclusion before we start asking questions. Okay, so the conclusion on everything we've been talking about. Now you'll be wondering, how did I just do it very easy? I took a sell on gold, and let's check the trade. Actually, let's check the trade. Okay, we're still in a bit of drawdown. Okay, now you wonder, how was I able to do it? I just understood everything. It just takes time of practice on the charts. That was how I was able to do it, understanding my confluences, my factors, and everything. So first thing first, you need to understand price action in the financial markets. That will help you be on the right side of the financial market every single time. Okay, trends can be bullish or be bearish. A bullish trend have series of higher highs and higher lows. A bearish trend have series of lower highs and lower lows. Take note of that. If there is no trend on the chart, we have a price range. That means price is ranging. Should we trade a ranging market? Yes. Should we not trade a ranging market? Yes. It all depends on you. It all depends on what you like in the financial markets when you're trading. Also, if you're trying to understand the trend of price and you can't really deduce it, you can use the trend line tool as a confluence to determine the direction of price. Okay, trend line is just a tool. We don't trade the trend line. It just serves as a tool to help us align better the trend in the financial markets. Now, every financial instrument has two things to be precise. It has trend impulse and trend correction. You want to wait for every correction before you follow the next impulse. You don't just go after the impulse. You wait for a correction before you trade the impulse. Okay? And the major way of trading the trend is by combining tools. Okay, by combining the moving average with the trend line, with supply and demand, or with anything you know. That's how you trade the trend better. So I hope we all understood everything that we've discussed today, and we'll be putting it into good use when we're trading. So I'm open to questions. I'm open to taking questions now. Please do ask your questions before we talk about other things when it comes into the financial markets. Okay, please ask your questions. Okay, please do ask your question. Thank you. If you've got any question, use the question section or the chat box. Ask your questions. Any question at all? Any question at all? Okay, in the absence of no question, okay, we've got somebody typing. Okay, Kelvin, you've got a question. Okay, I'll explain how market structure gets broken. Let me explain that. Let me share my screen. Now, remember, price is moving in an uptrend. Let's just hide every single thing here. Okay. No, let's just delete it. Let's delete it. And okay, let's hide this, and let's hide this. You take your entry at the trend correction. Okay, when price is coming down, it is cheaper. That way you can buy more. Okay, price is okay. Let me quickly attend to Emmanuel before I attend to your question. Amy, sorry, Kelvin. So, Emmanuel, price is in an uptrend. You know, if price is going up, it means it's expensive. So what you want to do is you want to buy somewhere around here. I'm coming, I'll show you now. You want to always buy somewhere around here, or here, or here, because it is cheaper. It's discounted at this area. It's a discount price at this area. It's a discount. It's a discount. If price is coming down, you want to always buy here. You want to always buy at this type of area here because it's premium. Okay, it's premium. It's premium. It's premium. That's just how you buy and sell, or that's the pinpoint of areas to get into a trade in a trend. Okay, do you understand, Emmanuel? If you do understand, please let me know. Okay, so Kelvin, how do we know market structure is broken? I'll just give you a quick example. If price is moving in an uptrend, it creates a series of higher highs and higher lows, right? Now, let's say we are moving in an uptrend, then all of a sudden, this happens. Now, remember, this is a higher low. This is a higher low. This is a higher low. Now this is a higher low. But what happened to this higher low? Kelvin, can you tell me what happened to that higher low? Kelvin, can you tell me what happened to that higher low? That one at the top right there. What happened to it? Or anybody at all? Price went below it. Exactly. That was all I was waiting for you to say. Price broke. Okay. Now, when price breaks a previous higher low, and moves below it, it means market structure has broken. The trend direction has a 80% tendency of changing. Okay. It has the 80% tendency of changing. And look at what happened. We start going to the downside. Same thing applies to this. Same thing applies to this. If this breaks, since structure has changed to the upside, we start trading higher. Now, let me show you this on a real price chart. Okay, let's see it on AUD USD price chart. I'll show you on AUD USD price chart. Look at AUD USD right here. Okay, let me just zoom this out a bit. Look at AUD USD right here. Trying to not want to. Oh god, I'm looking for something literally close to perfect to use. Something close to perfect to use so you can see it clearly. Okay, let's use this piece of price action here. Or let's just use this piece of price action here. Now we're trying to like streamline into this piece of price action here. Now look at this right here. I'll just use the doodle, and this is a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We can consider all of this as lower highs, or we can pick it lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then a lower low. But what happened? This is a lower high, but price never went below this lower low. So I can consider this as a low, just an ordinary low. Then look at what happened to this lower high. We broke it. Then we had a what? A higher high, a small higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low, a higher high, a higher low. Then what? A higher high. Look at what happened after we what? We broke and retested it. We broke and retested this. Then we knew we had a what? We knew we had a lower high right here, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low. Look at what happened right here again also. We broke this lower high. What happened? Price went to higher high, that same candle, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Look at what happened right here again. We went into an uptrend. This is a higher low. What happened? We broke it. And when we broke it, we had a what? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You see how everything adds up. You see how everything adds up. That is just how you understand that structure has broken, price has broken, direction has changed. It's never difficult. It's never difficult. You just need to go on the charts, practice, and start. Now, there's something I want to talk about. Okay, there's something I so much want to talk about. But first, Kelvin, do you understand? Do you understand? I'd love to get a response from you. Do you understand? Okay, great. Now, there's something I want to talk about, or I want to pinpoint. See, I would say this, I always say this most times, and I will say it again. Coming to my webinars every time is good, okay? But failing to put everything you learn in my webinar into practice is why you are not profitable in the financial markets. And when I talk about being profitable, I'm not saying being profitable on a demo account. A demo account is different from a live account. I want you to understand that. If you're a trader, I want you to understand that a demo account is different from a live account. You can never build your emotions on a demo account. Your emotions can never be on the front line in the demo account. But when you practice on a live account or you trade on a live account, try to get these actions right in a live account, you understand that there is a lot of factors to consider. You won't just randomly use big lot sizes. You won't just randomly place trades without understanding the concept of that trade. And that's the major thing. You need to understand the concept of these things and use it on a live account. Okay, so you need to you can start small, 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. That's the joy of using Eagle Global Markets as your broker. We offer you the opportunity to start small with 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira. This little amount, this little volume of money will get you started on the right track. And I hope this actually helps you understand that you should just do it, just get started. That's how you become a pro. That's how you become a pro. When I talk about a pro, I'm not saying a professional. I'm talking about you becoming profitable in the financial markets. And that just brings us to the end of my pep talk. So, has anybody got any other question before we call it a day? Any other question before we call it a day? Any other question before we call it a day? Okay, in the absence of no question at all, I do wish everybody, okay, we've got somebody typing. Yeah, I'm glad you learned from this. Yeah, every Tuesday, my webinars are Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, Tuesday and Thursdays. Oh, watch out for our Instagram page. The link is always there. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. Just eagleglobalmarkets.com. Okay, eagleglobalmarkets.com. Eagle Global Markets. Eagle Global Markets. That's our name on social media. And if you don't have an account with us, Eagle Global Markets.com. You get an account signed up with us, okay? Get an account signed up with us. You need to get an account signed up. We offer the most competitive spread. Being an African-owned company, understand that what traders want is low spread, no swap charges, no commissions, and that's what we offer. No hidden fees at all. That's the fun part of being with us at Eagle Global Markets. Okay, so I do wish everyone a happy Eid celebration, and let's all stay safe and stay jiggy. Do have a lovely day ahead of you. The day is still young, so let's all have a lovely day ahead of us. And yeah, see you on Tuesday. Reach out to your account manager, open a trading account with us, follow us on all social media platforms. That is the best thing you can do to pay me back for my time I spent with you today. Do stay safe. Bye.